Hi, I'm making some New Year's inspirational stickers that I'm going to use in my planner this year. I love these, they are so inspirational. And I uploaded all of them, and I'll post a link to these. But I uploaded all of them, and I made them all 1.5, and the heights are different, a little bit different depending on what the design is, but they're all 1.5. So I'm going to click on shapes and grab a square, and I'm going to unlock my lock here and make it 6.75 by 9.25, which is the size that you can print on your printer for the Cricut. And what I'm going to do is go on to each one of these and go up here to where it says Create Sticker. And I'm going to do the kiss cut because I want to cut through the printable material only, leaving the liner intact. So put a little border around it. And I'm going to do that for each one of these. So this will take a second to do this. And I already made this. I already created this earlier and was just playing around with it, and then I decided I better record this before I get too far into it. But you can see the outline around here, around these. And what I'm going to do is click save real quick. And I'm going to highlight these and copy them, make a duplicate of them, and then move them down here. Copy these. Put these right here. And I'm going to recopy this one, duplicate it, and see if it'll fit down here, which it does. This is great. So I'm going to once again save this, and I am going to move that out of the way. I'm going to delete it because I don't need it anymore. It's 6.75 by 9.25, and I'm going to delete that. I'm going to highlight those, and I'm going to click attach to keep them in the same place so they don't shift around when I go to print and cut. So I'm going to print this out on holographic sticker paper, and then I'm going to cut it on my Cricut, and then I'll be back to show it to you. I'm using this holographic printable vinyl sticker paper, and I will post a link to it. This is so pretty. I've got different ones in here, I think. Nope, they're all the same. Isn't that pretty? So I'm going to put that in the printer and tell the Cricut to print out the stickers. Okay, it's printed out. It's kind of hard to see with all the light, but they printed out great. So I'm going to cut them out now. I'll put them on a green Cricut mat. And I'm going to use my roller to make sure this is on here securely. And I'm using the base material is set to printable waterproof sticker set, white holographic. Even though this isn't white, it's not clear either, and that's the only other option for holographic. So I'm gonna send this to my Cricut. So it's reading the registration marks right now, so it'll know where to cut. We're gonna check to make sure that it cut all the way through, which it did not. So, and I put the pressure on more, so what I'm going to do is run it through. I'm going to press the arrow button to the right to tell it to cut again. And hopefully that will cut all the way through this time. So let's see if it cut all the way through. I'm going to lift this lower left corner, and it did cut all the way through, so I'm going to unload the mat. And some of these, it didn't cut all the way through. That's a bummer. Or maybe the back paper is just stuck to the mat. Yeah, it did cut all the way through. I just have the backing peeled off. So they came out perfectly, minus the paper on the mat. But I love how these look. They're gorgeous. So I'm not going to sit here and make you watch me take all these off. So I'll get them off the mat and then show them to you again. Well, I know the light makes it hard to see, and I was hoping by putting on a black background that it would help make them stand out a little bit more, but I'm going to put one in my planner. Here we go. And that's what the back looks like. So I'm going to put this on the first. I love these. They're so inspiring. They're going to be great to be able to see throughout the year. Here's another New Year's Day project. It says Happy New Year 2025, and I'm going to put it on this glitter HTV so I can put it on a cotton t-shirt since it's sublimation. I'm going to heat up my heat press to 385 degrees for 45 seconds and press this onto here. I will post a link to this SVG file, PNG actually. I'm going to try to peel this plastic off so that I can iron directly onto the HTV instead of having this cover topper on it, this cover sheet. And you don't want to stretch this, so go kind of slow. You don't want to stretch this part of it or rip it or anything. I don't know that it would rip, but okay. I think I'm going to use a little bit of HTV, some heat transfer tape. I'm going to take this over to my heat press as soon as it's done heating up and press it. I'm going to be using a Gildan 100% cotton t-shirt. I'm going to use a lint roller on it before I apply the heat transfer vinyl, so I'll go ahead and do that now. So before you put this under the heat press, you want to make sure you use a heat mat because the backside of this glitter HTV is sticky, and you want to make sure you use heat tape to keep everything in place. So I'm going to peel. That looks great. So now what I'm going to do is trim up the edges. I'm going to put it on a Cricut mat and use my X-Acto knife. And trim up these edges a little bit, and then I'm going to iron it onto, or press it onto my shirt. So I've got my Cricut ruler that has an edge on it that you can use an X-Acto knife or a True Control knife. This is my True Control knife from Cricut. So I'm just going to even this up a little. Okay, I have straight edges now. And I'm going to carefully peel this off the mat. You want to be careful and go kind of slow. You don't want to tear this or bend it. I pressed the HTV glitter cardstock, or HTV glitter vinyl onto the shirt at 385 degrees for 8 seconds. So I'm just going to peel this tape off. Okay, isn't that pretty? I love it. The pink is so vibrant. Okay, so I've cut out all the pieces. And we're going to have these two that go together. And these two that go together. And I've got a score line on here. I used my scoring wheel on my Maker 3. But if you have like a Maker 2 or an Explore 2 or an Explore 3, you can use the scoring tool. So I'm going to use some of this 1/4-inch tape, double-sided tape. And I'll put a link to this and to this. I'll try to put a link to this design as well. Like I said, it is from Design Space. Make sure your writing is going the correct way. I almost messed that up. It's been a while since I've used score tape. It's been a while since I've made a card. Use my bone folder to really press that down. And I'm going to use this Cricut tool. Okay. Then I'm going to put tape on the back of this piece. What are you guys doing for New Year's? I haven't done anything for New Year's in, gosh, probably since high school. I'm not a party person. I'm not a bar person. I'm too old for all that. So anyway. this on the base. I'm going to get a pop dot for that.